Hi there. So this is my second YouTube video. I'll stop numbering them, but I'm just excited that it's 2 days in a row because yesterday got me thinking about some things like you do, like you always do. First, I'll introduce myself, Lauren Lovett. I'm a somatic experiencing practitioner, certified. I'm a recovering actor, a graduate of the Juilliard School many years ago. And I am a coach for artists and even folks that are secret artists, which means that you're not showing in a gallery or you're not performing on stage or on camera, but you see the world as an artist. I am for you. I run retreats, I have groups, I work with organizations, I work one-on-one with people in a lot of somatic ways, soma meaning body. Somatic ways, I also do a little hypnosis. I use a little parts work. I use some Patsy Rodenberg voice-body connection. I use some of the Alexander technique to help you understand your body's own alignment. I'm right now taking Pilates, just some private sessions from a gal in town in the high desert. Shout out to Three Trees Pilates. And that's really great because it's another movement, another somatic practice, just like yoga, but it's more sort of based in ballet mechanics and alignment, a little bit of Feldenkrais, Alexander. So anyway, I don't teach that, but I'm studying it and it just made me think of it. So that's me. There's more, just like you have lots of things that kind of, you're this, you're that. I'm a wife. I am a mom to my soul child. I won't name her because I don't want to embarrass her, but she is my love. I'm a pet mommy as well. So all the things, right? You could say many things. I'm from Delaware, #Delaware. Look out, Aubrey Plaza. She's from Delaware. Love to love her and so many other folks from that area. But I just thought I'd hop on today because somebody told me about the lucky girl syndrome, which I think is such a beautiful way to do an intervention with yourself. So many things are pathologized now. I'm noticing that in younger generations, millennials, and on out, and I don't know what this new generation is called. I know there's Z, but I'm Generation X. I don't know, alpha, beta, whatever. But I just love that along with so much information from the internet about syndromes and pathologies and disorders, chronic fatigue syndrome or IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, it's like a collection of these symptoms that usually equals some sort of conceived disorder. And so I love that folks are kind of gathering around this idea of the lucky girl syndrome. And really, it seems like a collection of thoughts like everything goes well for me, everything turns out great for me. And that's kind of the new mantra, which is just kind of changing those neural pathways in the brain. We do this in hypnosis too. I think lucky girl hypnosis session would be a good thing, to interrupt what's been laid in there and in the body, because the body is connected to the unconscious, of like things don't work out for me, things go badly for me, I'm bad at relationships, I'm always anxious, I can't finish things, it's never good enough, all this stuff. And interrupting that thought pattern with things do work out for me. I'm a lucky girl, or lucky guy, or lucky them, they, non-binary. I just love it. I think it's such a great idea. It's such a great thing to gather around and invest in for yourself. I try to do that with my clients long before the lucky girl syndrome was named, to just see things another way. I remember I was working with someone a few years ago, and the story was people always leave me. People always walk away from me, abandon me. And I work so hard at relationships, friendships, and I'm never good enough and people always leave. That was the story going on for him. And what we discovered, actually using Byron Katie, the turnaround, which I can talk about later. She's so wonderful. But her turnaround in the work is it true? And then, is it really true? And what I like to say is it 100% true? Because that puts a number on it. And folks are usually like, well, no, 90, 80, 50, whatever. So that percentage that it isn't true is your sort of wiggle room. So then, okay, it's 80% true. So there's 20% that it's not true, and she also does, which gives you some breathing room. Okay, well, I'm sorry, I'm going off in all these different directions. So 80% true, 20% maybe not true. And then she has you do different versions. It's like, okay, well, what's one opposite of people always leave me? Is that people don't leave me, or people don't always leave me, and you can do many turnarounds, but the one that's usually the the big epiphany one is to change the subject and the object. I always leave people. Isn't that interesting? And when we did that, this young guy was like, oh, I guess I kind of do. Like, he was noticing that he was judging other folks and that he was kind of doing that. Also, I'll use something that's going on right now, the quiet quitting. Quiet quitting of relationships, where you're not breaking up with somebody and you're not really calling, to the surface what's going on for you. But you're sort of like, meh, I'm just gonna emotionally put some distance here without necessarily articulating that. So he realized that he was doing that in relationships, and it wasn't always people leaving him. So anyway, I just wanted to say hello, and Lucky Girl Syndrome, loving that, loving the whole switching of the paradigm and sort of tweaking the syndrome thing to a positive effect. I'm all in favor. And yes, more soon. Thank you for listening.